Hello and welcome to our director's commentary, where we watch the opening sequence and explain some of the key features of our opening.
As you can see here, this is one of the first production company logos we have, and this one's called Dave & Co. We created these logos to make it seem as realistic as possible and as similar to the standard of movies, of films you see today.
These can be compared to films like film companies such as Warner Brothers or Film 4 or Paramount.
We used an old-fashioned camera sound effect and visual effect on the logo to add authenticity, a sense of authenticity to it.
This is the other production company, Black Hole.
This is our distributor, the company, who would be responsible for distributing all the films to cinemas, on disc, etc.
Some examples of distributors would be Pathé, Universal, they have their own distribution branch, or Fox.
So as the visuals come in on the actual opening, we see the text which reads a Dave & Co production. This is because they are the main investors of the film, so they would want to be read off first.
We also like this shot because we felt it was a good use of the rule of thirds, as the main sort of, before the text appears, the main object or thing is
first visual you get.
Yeah, the first the main focus of the visual is the staircase. So yeah,
we wanted to bridge the sound across from the company logos straight into the first visual, so that's what we did there with the background music.
So as the protagonist walks over up the staircase, the Dave & Co production fades out as he walks over it, and as he carries on walking, it reads directed by David McConnell. This is because the director is one of the more important people in the filming process.
that shot there, there's several scenes of the flashbacks. There's the first use of flashback in this film, which is it's an integral part of the film and the plot itself. The film, the opening revolves around these flashbacks, and they create a sense of unnervingness or unnerving atmosphere for the viewers, the audience.
We also tried to use these to kind of create a confusion for the audience as at this point they don't quite know what's happening, but it will be revealed a bit later on in the opening.
So next, on the next scene, we see the producer, who is Osbert Menezes, and the screenplay, who is James Breslin. These are perhaps the other more important people in the filming process, as the producer and the screenplay integral to creating the film.
This is another example of the flashback where it's unpredictable. The audience can't predict where the flashbacks occur, and they are in random places. So it just adds that unnerving atmosphere again.
It also makes the audience want to know more about this story, because as of now nothing's clear, so they want to watch more to find out, where did this part come in? What's going to happen next? Why is this person tied up?
Yeah.
We slow down the shot of the character falling down on the staircase to create a more to emphasize the fact that something's about to happen. And so, yeah, that's the reason for the whole slow-mo that happens over
there. The title of the film actually shows, and the the heartbeat sound as well comes along with the red flashing across the title. This emphasizes some sort of... It suggests that something is not quite right. The light flare also suggests a disorientating effect on the protagonist, as he is being questioned or tortured. You don't really know what's happening. We used the similar effect as before with the stairs incorporating text and the names of the cast and the crew.
As the character gets up and starts walking up, the actors' names appear one by one. This is one of our favourite scenes, and we see the main actors in it, both the protagonist and antagonist.
This is probably the most glamorized text shown in the entire opening sequences. This piece of text is more animated as the character steps. You see the text appear. This is because these are the stars of the show, so we gave them more of a
dramatic,
dramatic intro for their names.
These names appear before the editors, as the actors are integral to the film. These actors would have also cost the investors money to actually hire to film, as
Also, we see here how we are incorporating the stairs once again with the text, and this is another example of almost calculated timings of flashbacks. As each step there is a flashback, but then it also missed out a step, so it's incorporating that unnerving atmosphere again and adding to it and applying more layers to it for the audience,
creating more suspense as well.
Yeah, we also used the heartbeat sounds to create this suspense and this build up to whatever happens next.
The 4 months later scene at the end suggests allows for the film to continue past the opening scene, and not for it to just be stuck there, and not for everything to be revealed at the start, although the audience is given a strong sense of what the film is going to be like.
It makes it look less like a trailer and more like an opening.
Yeah, it allows the movie to develop further later in the film.
This film would have been a high-budget Hollywood film, as the production companies would have put a lot of money into it. Because of the high budget, the distribution company would have been able to market it in such a way that it would have been global, not just in the UK. This would have been done through TV adverts, posters, ad shells.
Okay, thank you for listening. This has been our director's commentary of the opening scene for Memory.